Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Disney Hobby Guides. Like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. It really helps me grow my channel. Let's get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about red-eye flights at Aulani. So usually when I go and visit Aulani, I try to get as much time as I can out of there, if possible. It's pretty expensive to do your flights there, especially if you're flying with a family and everything. It can get expensive real fast. So usually when I go, I like going in blocks of time. So somewhere around 4 or more days for me would be worth it, but that's just a personal preference. So what I like doing is on the last day, the day that I'm departing, what I'll do is I'll have that scheduled as a red-eye flight. So what is a red-eye flight? A red-eye flight is when you schedule that flight to depart super, super late in the evening, and it goes overnight into the morning. And then when you land in your target destinations, it'll be super early in the morning. And the reason for that is because you get an extra day, right? So if you check out at 11 a.m., your flight's at 9 p.m., you have almost the entire day to do what you need. You probably have to be at Honolulu Airport by 6:30 to 7, depending if you have TSA, pre-TSA, or clear, or any of those other gimmicks that kind of get you through the gates fast. But for the most part, you pretty much have an entire day. Now, the biggest downside to that is that you do not have a room to go back to, right? Because you're going to be checked out at 11 a.m., so you won't be able to shower your children or shower yourself if you get really, really dirty in the pool or in the lagoon. So how do you get around this? Well, Aulani brought back their lounge. So they have a lounge right next to the Pauhana room. So on the first floor, right next to the main dining hall, there's this activity room called the Pauhana room, and directly next to that is a lounge. It's called a Luana Lounge, and the downside to that is you can't just walk in. You cannot just walk into that room. You need a special key, and in order for you to get that special key, you have to line up around 8 a.m. in the DVC member line. So when you check into your room, there's that long row of desk. But there's also one that's off to the side. The one that's off to the side is for DVC members, and that's where you're gonna go to schedule your Luana room or your Luana Lounge check-in. So when I did that on my day of departure on my most recent trip, I got there around like 8:15. And by the time I got there at 8:15, there was a line all the way to the DVC kind of office area, so to speak. And they only have a finite amount of slots. So they only have like 2 or 3 people per hour that go into there. So if you're going to do this, don't get there later than 8 a.m. Get there at 8 a.m. Preferably, if you can, maybe try getting there around 7:45 a.m. But chances are you're probably going to have a pretty long line then too. But if you want your pick of the crop, you need to come in earlier, maybe 7:30, and just literally just wait there, so you can get your pick. Once the slots fill up, and you won't be able to book anything. And that is the only way you can get into this lounge. So you may ask, why do I want to get into this lounge? Well, if you get into the lounge, it's a nice place to kind of kick your heels, kind of to hang out. But more importantly, there are showers in there. It is a full-blown shower. I mean, I'm talking about a walk-in shower. That thing is huge. It is perfect to have your family kind of take one last shower. There's even soap dispensers that are hanging in the stalls themselves, so you don't actually need to bring anything from your room. You can just walk in, and then there's shampoo, conditioner, body wash, all waiting right there in a giant stall. And I think there's about 2 stalls per gender type. So if you're in a men's like gender area, I think there's two shower stalls. But again, they only limit it to 3 per hour. So when you do that, they'll give you this red carded key, and the red carded key is a one-time access key. Once you use that key to get into the door, that key no longer functions. You literally only have one shot to get inside. So as soon as you leave the lounge, you're not going to get back inside, unless somebody's nice and they'll let you in, but they're not supposed to. But it was a really, really nice experience. So when I did my red eye flight, I would go and, take my kids to the pools for one last gung ho kind of experience, right? I stayed there until like 4:30 or 5:30 or something like that. I was able to get like a 6 or 6:30 reservation. I forget what time. And as soon as my reservation came up, I scooped up my kids, walked up to the front desk to redeem your key because they'll only issue you the key at the time that you schedule. You pick up your key, you go on down, you do your business, and then you're good to go. Technically speaking, you don't have to leave after your allotted time frame, but it's more of an etiquette thing, right? So there's not a whole lot of space in there. If you're staying in there over your time, it does get crowded a little bit. But if your primary point is to use the showers, it's like one of the best gems of Aulani. But you have to do this. You have to really plan it out. You have to know exactly what time you want. And if it's super early, the early ones tend to get scooped up really fast. You probably need to just wait in line earlier. Okay, so that's a small little tip I would advise. If you're really trying to milk the most you can out of Aulani, I would highly recommend you try doing this. Other than that, good luck. Take care, guys. Bye.